Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to another video. So today, as you can see by the title, I'm going to be doing yet another mukbang. These are actually really enjoyable because I really love food and talking, I guess, you know? This is probably the only time that I'm really gonna sit down and want to talk more than anything. So yeah, let's get into this. Let me get the food all set up and then I'll introduce what I'll be eating and then what I'll be doing, like what we'll be talking about. All right. So let's go ahead and get into this food. What I have over here, this is a pollo asada tostada. And I mean, what a tostada is just like a fried tortilla, and it's covered in like meat and lettuce and cheese and guacamole, and it's super, super delicious. And then on the side, I have some chips over here. Dang, I can't even explain the food without my mouth watering. Like, it's just because I can smell it. It's right here and I can smell it. Got some chips on the side with a little bit of red salsa and a little bit of green salsa. And then, of course, the heavy hitter, I got a California burrito. Let me let me explain what's gonna go on. So, because I got some food that I'm probably gonna be very distracted by, I decided that I'm gonna do a little game of Would You Rather, and that's gonna be the main conversation for today. So I have Would You Rather right off to the side over here, and before we get into that, let's taste some of this food. Mmm. Yes. Oh my gosh. I forgot to even explain what's in this. For those of you who don't know what makes up a California burrito, let me just say this has carne asada in it, has guacamole, sour cream, rice, beans, pico de gallo, and then to top it all off, there are French fries inside. French fries. Thank you. Thank you. And that's what it is to live in Southern California. That's what we do. And this is delicious. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes. Let's get a little taste of this tostada. They pack this thing so much that I honestly just use the chips to eat it like that. Look, it has chicken and lettuce and sour cream on it. Mmm. Yes. Get a little green salsa action over here. Mmm. That is so good. The thing I love about pollo asada and carne asada, like the way that they prepare it, this is from Happy Taco, which is the uh, same Mexican food place that I did the breakfast burrito mukbang. I'll put the link in the description. I love that you can taste the char on this food. It's so flavorful, so delicious. Mm. Oh my gosh. Yes, they did this. They did this today. Yes. Did they do it? They sure did. Mm. Okay. Now that we have verified that the food is delicious, let's get into this first would you rather. So it says, would you rather have the best house in a bad neighborhood or have the worst house in a fancy neighborhood? That's tricky, honestly, thinking about it, because if you have the best house in a terrible neighborhood, all you can think is that people are going to come and want to steal from you. That, or they're just going to want to take advantage of your space. And like, that's just going to invite a whole bunch of fake, false relationships to you. And you don't want that. I can't stand it when people just want to be around you because of the things that you make it seem like they can take credit for. Like, they'll try to take all the credit of all of your stuff just for association. I'm like, if you don't get out of my face. That's what makes it really hard to get close to people. Because people are so ready to just be in the position to take advantage of you rather than actually know you, respect your stuff, and receive what they deserve from you. They always want to play a game, and the game isn't necessary. And then having the ugliest house in a nice neighborhood, honestly, that speaks volumes about yourself. Like, you don't want to be below the standard because that really just is self-reflective. I mean, that really just speaks a lot about you. Like, we're not even talking about, like, I'm not talking about just surface level stuff. Like, you need to put energy into the things that matter to you, and you shouldn't go running off to go focus on other things. Like, if the place that you live, if the place that you are supposed to feel comfortable is messy, then that means that you are already willing to accept less for yourself. And that's, I mean, don't do that. Don't do that. It shows how shallow you think of things too. Like, you make it seem like it's a hidden thing and you want to go put on this front to everybody else, but when they come to your home and everything's trash, like, that's the real you. That's what you leave behind where in a place where you care. Like, that's who you are. Nothing more to say about that, really. But I guess overall, I'm used to dealing with fake people. So I'd rather have the nicest place in a crappy neighborhood. And then I'll just set up my situation so that I can prepare myself for all the, like, if there are crappy people around, honestly. This food is so good. I was really struggling to get moving today because I took a ooh, I took a melatonin pill at like 2 in the morning because I just was not falling asleep for some reason. And so I got to sleep a little bit, but like, honestly, I'm still groggy. Like, even though I did sleep, and I had a crazy vivid dream last night too. Like, every time I take my melatonin pills, those dreams are just out of control. Like, I can't remember all the specific details, but it was intense. It might have been because I fell asleep watching the Hunger Games last night. I think I'm just in a process of rewatching a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, I heard I was on like Facebook a couple of days ago or something like that, and I read something that said people who rewatch shows, they rewatch them so that in like it's a form of dealing with your anxiety. Like people who are extremely anxious usually rewatch shows because they know what to expect. And so like it's just an easier form of entertainment for people who deal with anxiety. That kind of felt like I was like, ooh, that's real close to home. Like everything that I'm watching right now I've already seen, which is kind of just like okay. Whatever. Mm-hmm. All right, let's get into the next question. Would you rather change your religion or change your political party? Honestly, I'd rather change my political party because I feel like changing your politics is something that just happens as your life progresses. As far as my religion or my spirituality, like that is something that is constantly evolving as well based on the knowledge that I receive through life and stuff. But it's for a different purpose than my politics is really. Like my spirituality, all of that, that's to help me cope with all of the other stuff going on in life besides the real like laws and money and like all of the normal normal problems that everybody deals with. Like that's where politics falls in line as opposed to my religion and spirituality. That's to cope with the after. That's to cope with the in between and like my understanding of things that I just don't have a full understanding of. That's different. So I think I would definitely prefer to change my political party. That actually seemed very easy. Like I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Put your answers in the comments below. Which would you rather? Like answer all of these questions. Mm, has so much flavor. You know, it's funny. I'm not actually left-handed. I don't know why I'm eating with my left hand right now. Well, I guess I use it sometimes, but it's unintentional. It's more like when my right hand is like lazy, I still have function in my left. But it's always at random times that I realize I'm even using my left hand. Whatever. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Ugh, this question's boring. Okay, here's a good question. Would you rather be the first killed in a group or be the last killed in a group? That's tricky. Because I'm thinking it depends on the group. Like, is it asking, like, is this group my family? Like, are they asking if I want to be the first to die in my family or, like, be the last to die and see everybody in my family die? In that situation, I'd probably want to be the first to die because, like, that just sounds stressful. Or I want all of us to live forever. So, like, if that's not the case, then I don't want to have to deal with everybody else's death. That sounds really sad and exhausting and, like, yeah. selfishly, I'd like to be the first to go in that scenario. But if it's like I'm being tested and we're all like, if I end up in an experiment where all of us got like an injection to become superheroes or something like that, like I'd like to be the last to die, because that probably means that the serum worked and I'm a superhero. That's my answer for that. I don't know. Whose group am I in? I don't like simple questions like this. It's kind of... I'm gonna need more information. They put a really good amount of cheese in here. If you didn't know this, I am a big fan of cheese. Oh, I don't want it all to fall out, but I want this on a chip right now. Mm. Let's use some of this red sauce. I'm actually getting full. And I think it's just because, like, I'm tired, low-key. Today was more productive than the last couple of days have been. This food is so good. I don't really want to stop. I was actually painting right before I started filming this. And I'm probably still gonna do a little bit more before I shower and take my nap. But yeah, I was productive. Still being productive. I used to not like to do anything like once the sun goes down. That's my like relaxed time. But I found myself up and painting last night too, which is why I was up so late. I don't know. I don't have a lot of rules for my sleep schedule. All right. Next one is, would you rather have a head the size of a tennis ball or have a head the size of a watermelon? I'd probably rather have a head the size of a watermelon because that's closer to a human-sized head. And I don't know. A tennis ball? That's real small. A tennis ball? Nothing would ever fit your head. And your hair would probably be too heavy. Like if you decided to grow out your hair and stuff, it would probably be too heavy for you to be able to do anything. Like, Yeah, I'll go with the watermelon size head. That seems more appropriate. According to what? I don't know, but seems like the better choice there. Ooh. What else should I talk about? I've been thinking of doing a video where I do like an Ursula look. Like I have some face paint and stuff. It's not makeup, but it's like face paint. And I don't know, should I do that? Comment below if you'd like to see me do an Ursula look. And then also like for anybody who actually enjoys my singing and my piano playing, if you watch any of those videos, please recommend or like request songs for me to try to perform. Like, I would love to do a song that people actually would like to hear me try to sing, you know? And it's more than likely just gonna be about, each one is only about a minute or so of the song, but like, tell me what you want to hear. Like, we're in this together. Oh, I'm getting full. And I can feel myself like digesting already. And it kind of feels like I'm gonna have hella gas. And like, not even just burping gas, but like, you might be on the toilet. I don't lose my appetite very easily, honestly, so I really will be talking about that. But we're not going to get into details on that information. I'm kind of happy that I don't think I'll be finishing the burrito now. But I'm happy I'll have leftovers. Yeah, I can feel my stomach bubbling already. And the worst part is that this food is delicious, but I know it's responsible. I really went in on them chips too. Take another bite of this burrito. They really put some flavor in that rice. Dang. Got some loud flavors at this taco shop. Well, honestly, I think I'm gonna call it right now. I need my stomach to settle a little bit so I can find out how I'm about to be responding to this food before I eat more. Because that gas is, it's there. While all of this was delicious, I need to trust my body. But look, I did put a pretty good dent in that burrito. It's about, what? That's like, it's a little over halfway done. And then the tostada is pretty much gone. Can you see that? Yeah. It's only a little corner left of it, so that was fun. I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to talk to you about anything, and honestly, I could talk about whatever. So comment below what you would like me to discuss for next time, and like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I hope to see you again. Bye-bye.